Cricket, 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 cricket.
The night's not over yet.
Get
ready for the last ride.
We got all the classic hits.
We've got all your wacky news stories.
And we're going all the way to midnight.
So buckle in and get ready. All right, good evening, everybody, and welcome to the last episode. I just hit my mic. The last episode of The Last Ride. As you heard, we just did our live sweeper. That was amazing, guys. Applause, applause, golf clap.
What are you
golf
talking
clap.
about? I thought it was a pre-recorded thing.
I know, right? It was so good. We obviously rehearsed that. But anyways, let's introduce ourselves. As always, I'm your host, Ryan, and these are my co-hosts.
Hi, I'm David.
Hi, I'm Sean.
Hello, I am Brody, a.k.a. Banana Johnson.
Chris Kaiser.
Wow.
And
What?
No, nothing.
Did
I
I
like
take
it.
your thing?
I was going to do that, and then I thought maybe not. That's okay.
Wait, redo the introduction.
No.
It's
We
all right.
got to get to our surprise. So we promised last week that we would have a very special someone on the show today. So I would like to welcome our special
Want
guest.
a drum roll?
Yes, please, Sean.
Drum roll.
Friend of the show, Tom Cruise.
Welcome.
Tom, go ahead and
My close friends call me Maverick, so we can just
all right, that's
call me-
great.
All right,
I'm
Tom.
really glad to have Tim Cruise here today. We've wanted to get him on the show for a long time. He's been a long-time fan of ours. When have you been listening since, Tim?
how long ago did we start?
This show's been going on for 30 years.
Oh,
Yeah.
40 years at least.
Yeah.
40 years
at
least.
Now, I know, Tom, you have been a very long-time fan of this show, and you've been asking, pleading, begging me to get you on the show, and finally here we are. So we're going to kick this off with a quick interview with Tim Cruise here.
It's Maverick, actually.
Okay,
All right,
sorry
Tom.
about that.
Hi, Timothy.
What are you working on, Tom?
We're working on. We just announced Mission Impossible 8, but we're actually working on the 22nd Mission Impossible right now.
Wow.
That's awesome,
Wow.
Terrence.
Yeah.
I love that.
Maverick.
Oh, right. I'm
Maverick.
I'm
So you-
sorry, Talia.
You guys have voice changers on this, right? So people don't know it's me.
Right, yeah.
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 Even I don't know why. This is probably
You're
your
going to
biggest
sound
role.
like my
Yeah.
friend Tim, actually. We've got it all figured out.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Fantastic.
You're good.
What's his name?
Tom?
Ron?
Tim?
Right.
Oh, okay.
Maverick.
Yeah.
Right.
Tim.
Uh-huh.
Tom.
Yeah. Maverick. Yeah.
Thomas.
Friend of the show.
Friend of the,
Friend of
yeah.
the show.
Friend of the
Cool.
show.
So you've been banking whole movies at this point. You said you started working on the 22nd. Now, at that point, is your character still alive, or is there some future?
Well, at this point in the story, we're really focused on the spiritual plane and how impossible can we make that mission?
Wow.
Oh.
Yeah.
Now, I know you are under many contracts. But don't touch me, Terrence. But what makes this mission impossible in 22 at least?
Well, the hard part is reaching the further spiritual plane, which you may not know about because it's a plane among a plane.
Right.
It's planeception, really. And as you know, my character is very fond of planes and just loves to skydive. And there's nothing like skydiving on the spiritual plane, if I'm honest.
Now, I heard in shooting I think it was the 19th, you actually shattered your entire spine. Walk me through how exactly that happened and really how you got back from that.
Right. Well, as all recoveries go with shattering your entire spine, it was a lot of physical therapy. I mean, I have never, ever wanted to use a stunt double, but for episode 20, Mission Impossible 20, the
Is
most
that
impossible
who that guy
mission.
behind you is?
Yeah, Derek. He
Say
just
hi,
kinda-
Derek.
But what
Hi,
about
Derek.
the
He doesn't
other
talk
guy?
much. That's Derek, Sean, John, and
Loose.
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 I haven't met him yet.
Yeah, neither have I.
Yeah,
I just know him by name.
He's an enigma.
He actually did shatter his entire spine. I don't know why he's on my
what?
stunt team.
I'm just amazed that the news of you shattering your spine did not come out into the media.
I think this is actually a Last Ride exclusive
Breaking
right
news.
now. Tim Cruise broke his entire spine.
That's incredible.
Whoa.
Oh, like how many years
how
ago
you
was
doing?
that?
Yeah.
Let's think that was Mission Impossible 19, so that was 30 years ago. Right about the time
Wow.
the show
Yeah.
started, actually.
Now,
Wow.
with you breaking your spine and all, how old were you when you had your first kiss?
Jeez, the hard part,
Great segue.
right, about shattering your spine is
Yeah.
finding that first kiss.
It's a earth-shattering feeling.
So,
Only we had Cam.
so Tom, I would like to know: has there been a moment in your mission that you felt really was impossible?
I would say the scene where I shatter my spine. It was real. It was improv on the scene. It wasn't scripted in there. I just was like, what would make this mission impossible is if I shatter my spine.
Now, what I'm really curious about is when you cracked your skull open in Mission Impossible 15.
Right, episode 15. That was a good one.
Classic.
My favorite.
I
Personally.
mean, personally, I think, and a question that really all of our listeners might have is truly the impossible question: how many questions with the words Mission Impossible are we going to have?
I mean, that's impossible to tell,
An
to be
impossibly
honest.
large amount.
we
I'd say.
are up to 8.
Let's make it our
Fantastic.
mission to not say
Are you a
Mission Impossible
fan
as much as
of
possible.
Kim Possible, the Disney show?
Everyone
How do
knows
you feel
Mission
about that?
Impossible is a ripoff of Kim Possible, so we need to know this.
Oh,
well,
Brody coming out
if-
with the hot take.
If you watched every episode of Mission Impossible, you'd actually know that Kim Possible featured in episode 10.
Oh, you're right.
I mean, I've
she an
watched
extra?
every episode of every movie of every audiobook of
Right.
Mission Impossible. So.
Right, yeah.
Was she an extra in the background?
No, she played Ethan Hunt.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
She did a good job. I didn't
Yeah.
even recognize her.
Yep.
Wow.
Wow.
Tim Cruise, everyone.
It's
Tom
Maverick.
Cruise.
It's
I
Maverick. It's
mean,
Maverick.
come on.
Maverick.
Thank you.
Terrence
Friend of the show,
Johnson,
Tim
everyone.
Cruise.
It's Maverick.
Everyone give a
United
round of
Maverick.
applause for Tom. To celebrate his legacy, we're going to play Impossible Mission here. So just buckle in and listen to this great song. I hope you folks enjoyed this exclusive interview right here on The Last Ride. And if you want to, you can follow us on Twitter at The Last Ride Show.
Where you can ask maybe some
Tom-
more questions.
Yeah.
To Tom Cruise.
Yes.
Regarding
Or
the
Tim.
words mission and impossible,
Or
obviously.
Maverick.
Indeed.
All right. That was the impossibly missionable theme song.
Which is impossible to say, apparently.
We've got Tim Cruise here, so big round of applause for him.
Yeah, people call me Maverick, but it's all right.
So we also have some other guests here. We have the entire cast and crew of the Star Wars Holiday Special with us here today. Go ahead and give a hello.
Hello.
I'm C-3PO.
Fantastic. Now, you guys, you might be wondering, how are we fitting all of these people in this heckin' studio?
I mean, magic, really.
Well, it's
That's
no
the
moon,
magic.
but-
It's actually not that difficult.
I mean,
true.
Brody takes up the space of like 5 people already.
Whoa.
Just
Whoa,
Coming out
because he
hard
moves
with the
around
slam
so much.
dunk.
He's just like a
Jeez.
wiggly boy. So.
Well,
He's a
Well,
wiggly
you take up
pineapple.
the space of half because you're so skinny. Roasted.
Boom, roasted.
I did get.
Let's
I,
roast Ryan.
I
Ryan,
got epic roasted.
what are
there.
you insecure about?
You're wearing a plaid shirt.
Everything! My stupid radio show.
Hey,
Whoa!
we tried.
I mean, it's not that stupid. You got Tom Cruise on here. So.
Yeah,
That's
man.
true.
And the entire cast.
Hello, this
Star
is
Wars
the
Christmas.
entire cast of Star Wars. Stop making fun of the
anyway,
radio show.
We got them all into the studio by a simple
Force trick.
cable extension into a bigger studio.
Yeah.
That
We
makes
gave
sense.
them one microphone for all 70 of them.
It's really quite a miracle that the audio worked out the way it did. I guess that's just what happens when you have Tom Cruise here, so...
It was an impossible mission, but I accomplished it.
I was about to say
Fantastic.
that.
That's actually very adjacent to the plot of Mission Impossible 16, where he does have to help with a radio show.
And that
yeah.
was right after I broke my spine entirely. So
No.
That was after
That
you
was your
cracked your
skull.
skull.
I thought 15. Look, I was the one who broke
No,
everything.
The concussions are getting to you.
15
Yeah.
was the spine.
No, 15 was the skull, 19 was the spine.
You've got to get your injuries
Yeah,
straight,
I
Mav
think
Tim.
the
I mean, it
Wookiees
was 30
agree.
years ago.
How many people listen to the radio for music anyhow?
No one.
They just listen for the good comedic
Interviews,
genius.
obviously. Exclusive interviews with people who are definitely here.
Which they are.
They are.
Moving
Absolutely.
Say hi, Chewbacca.
Ooh. Sorry.
Well, there
Oh,
is
we
the
got-
family.
we got two.
Yeah,
We
it was
had
the
the
whole
whole
family,
family.
Tarkle
Yeah.
and Chewbacca. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know
Well,
we
that
had
was
the whole family here.
It's hard to tell. There's so many
Chewbacca
people
family,
crammed in
the
here.
Wookiee
I
family.
honestly
I
can't
even
really see.
One,
So-
two. See, I can't. I just can't.
We even
count
got
them all.
Nerf herders. If anybody, yeah.
It's also
That's a
really,
word.
really warm in here.
It is very warm.
Good note, David.
Count past
Just it's
two.
obscenely warm. There's a lot of people in here. It's really warm.
It's true.
I mean, if you guys remember from the from the Star Wars Christmas special, there is a Wookiee family with the mother, the father, and the children.
Right.
And the Holy
So
Ghost.
Chris,
We'll
I'm
get
very
that too.
impressed with your knowledge of
Wookiee
the Star Wars
Jesus.
holiday special.
I've seen it at least
You know all the
500
lore.
times.
Wow.
I heard it's the best Star Wars film ever.
I've heard it's the best
Yeah.
Mission Impossible film.
Me
actually.
too.
That too.
Yeah.
Wait, that-
you did a
jeez.
beautiful job in it.
Was that episode
So did
25?
Kim Possible.
It was. It was.
Wow.
I
thought-
cried.
I thought we were only on 22, but that was in 25 for sure.
The concussions are getting to all of us.
Let's go ahead and play some music before we all pass out from exhaustion.
Let me get a fan in here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Let's get
getting
a
a
round
little
of applause
sweaty.
for the Star Wars Christmas
extra.
special cast.
Now let's get that PA over here. All right,
Get
let's
out.
play a song.
Over 6
Get out.
million languages.
Welcome back.
That was Styx with Blue Collar Man, and we
Was it?
have,
It was.
of course,
Wow.
Yes. 1978.
Give it up for Styx.
let's give a shout out to Styx.
Friend of the show, Styx.
Sticks.
Friend of the show.
All right, we've
Stones,
got
right?
our final
Yep.
Florida Man news segment. I
break
know
your
you've
spine?
all been awaiting this finale.
Your skull.
Unfortunately, it's kind of a boring one this time. I couldn't really find anything. This one is about an escaped Florida convict who was actually recently spotted in Michigan.
Yes.
God.
On campus, heading into Moore Hall. That's strange. So apparently this man was arrested for throwing chili at pigeons and wrestling an alligator.
Who would do such a thing?
Heinous.
That's one of the most serious accusations I've ever heard.
Wait.
It's ridiculous.
Who could it be?
Hey, guys. Want some chili?
What?
John!
It was
It
you
was
the
Sean
whole time.
the whole time.
This is the worst thing we've ever done.
No, this is the best thing. Stay in character, Brody. Don't break character. Sean, I can't believe it
I'm
was
running
you.
away.
Quick, get him, Chewbacca.
Oh!
Get him.
Chewbacca, what are you still doing here?
It was Chewbacca the whole time.
Wrong
the beauty-
skit. Wrong skit.
The beauty of this, dear listener, is that the entire semester we wanted to do a radio play for you, and we just did.
Yeah,
This whole
that was
time.
our radio
Round of
drama.
applause for our radio drama.
So the
So director David LaGrave, how did you come up with the concept and the script for this radio drama?
I was eating a bowl of chili at Panera, and I looked up and realized that I wasn't in Panera.
We were actually on the set of Mission Impossible 7.
That I was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's the question.
how I got inspired to write this show
That's the question.
with
Yeah.
with David was on my travels. I met this boy who worked in a rice field for pennies a day. And it was not because of a money thing. He was getting paid pennies a day. It was
Where?
owned by his dad, and it was
Oh.
just like more of an allowance thing. You know, he's a kid. He doesn't need that much money.
Right. How old was
And so he said, I need something to relate to as a poor boy in this miscellaneous country. And I said, I'll do that for you. And so I made The Last Ride with David for something for him to relate to.
30 years ago, yes.
30
Yeah.
years ago.
We've actually got set designer
And that
Chris,
kid
Chris Kaiser
was Sean.
here.
Yeah.
Chris, could you talk a little bit about the set design for
Of
the last
course.
ride?
Well, you know, everybody knows that visuals are a very important part of this show.
Obviously.
Yes.
So what I did was I built this set around what I pictured the color of
Yellow.
the forest. So there's a lot of
I see
greens.
that.
There's a lot of leafy.
I've always noticed the bright green Weezer poster
Yes,
in
yes,
the background. That
that was-
definitely matches that
is
forest.
That why we
Yeah,
had
that's
to
to
travel through the
represent-
naked forest to get here?
Yes.
That's to represent.
That was actually,
the journey that we go through.
That was
every
actually
day.
all Chris's set design.
I had
Yeah.
no idea.
Yeah.
That
Wow.
looked real.
I mean,
looked completely real.
the thing I'm most fond of, Chris, for set design is the large ice sculpture of a man with the body of a goat, with
Yeah.
the legs of a seal.
How did you
yeah,
how
well-
did you get its legs to move?
Well,
It's
my
an ice
personal
sculpture.
take on Oberon. You know,
The beer, yeah.
I
Yeah.
think it was the living heart that he put inside of it.
yeah.
I know your tricks.
It was very intricate, but
Chris Kaiser.
we got to keep it
Necromancer?
cool all the time.
Who knows?
Next on Michigan Man News.
Guys, don't tell.
On.
Don't tell.
And Florida Man, we actually made up Florida for this show.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, creating the entire state
It
of
doesn't
Florida. That
exist.
was
Right.
It was,
It was a lot of
I'll
work.
speak on that. It was heavily inspired, and really it was really inspired by my travels in Poland.
Mm-hmm.
As you'll see some real crossover there. A lot of things that are similar. It's just magic. It's just nice to see it on the screen.
And the characters were inspired all by real people, too. Brody was inspired by my
Tom
wife.
Cruise, actually.
Tally. No, not Tom Cruise.
Wait.
I did marry Tom Cruise for
Yeah,
a spell.
there
though.
was a
Yeah.
So
a
this is
2
really
years,
uncomfortable,
2
but
years,
also
yeah.
some
only a week.
tension.
Back in
Well,
the
it's,
the
2 years,
aughts.
1 week,
Yeah.
the same thing, really.
It was a wild ride, but the character of Brody was inspired by my wife, and I hope she's hearing this because I want to see the kids and I want to see you.
I bet you do. I mean, probably.
But you're a good replacement,
Life can be
Right.
hard.
Terrence.
Kids.
You know,
Guys, we've got Tom of the show, friend Cruise here. Let's give a round of applause.
Yeah.
it's actually Maverick though. But
Let's give it
No.
another round of applause for Sticks. Come on, guys.
Sticks.
Sticks.
End of the show.
Yeah.
One last ride.
Oh, all right.
got
We're
some
going to play
music
some
for you.
music.
We'll have
Yeah, we
more
absolutely
interviews
do.
with the
Ride.
creators of The Last Ride after this musical break,
Absolutely.
which
Thanks
most
for
people
listening.
tune in for.
You can follow us on Twitter at The Last Ride Show to catch up with all the latest director interviews,
If you want.
if you want. All right, no. So this is what we're going to do
No.
for the
All
next
right,
segment.
no. The song wasn't
No.
over yet.
No, okay,
I want-
no. I'm
Yeah,
telling
there
you
was
what
2
we're doing
seconds.
for
I
the
want to
next
marry my
segment.
dad on radio.
No,
Okay,
Brody
Ultra is
and
real.
Chris are going to take
How
over.
are we going to see that?
government-
I'm an
After us.
ordained
Brody and
minister.
Chris are taking
So am
over
I.
because they're producing
Whoa.
next semester.
What? No. Chris's
No, you're
girlfriend's
producing
producing.
next
Got it
semester.
all
No,
wrong.
you
No.
guys are
Hold on,
producing
no.
next.
Maybe.
So if we're
Tim
talking
Maverick,
about the
you
next,
shut your mouth
well,
right
you know,
now.
as
Tom,
the
you're
guest
a
on the show,
guest.
I think that I should have
His
the
name is
most-
Maverick.
This
Yeah,
is our
yeah.
God.
At least
Tom
somebody
is the
understands.
producer next season.
But
That's
no,
it. I'm
he's
done.
He's filming Mission Impossible
You know,
2.
I've been a fan for over 40 years. I think I get a little bit of
Guys.
Whoa!
Y'all
Chris,
y'all
you
looking great
suck.
today.
I hate you. I don't even know why,
Why are you
invited
here?
on this show.
We were totally going to listen to everything you had to say.
You are
Who's this
awful.
guy?
You contribute
You just raised your
nothing.
voice.
Hey guys, I think it's
someone's
a
at the door.
good day outside.
Whoa! Don't let him in.
He's got chili though.
He's got chili.
Don't let him in. We're doing our segment.
No,
We've
let
got-
him in. If Ryan agrees to let him in,
We've
not
got
let him in, I
negative
want
1
him in.
minute
I
left
say
in
we
our
open the
segment,
door
guys.
and don't let him in.
All right. Sir, can you wait like 2 minutes?
No, come in. If Sean wants him to wait.
No,
Just-
sir, you have to stay outside.
Just another 90 seconds, you can come in, okay? Okay. All right.
He's got
Sorry
chili.
about
He's
that.
got chili.
All right.
When we go on air, I want the skit to be good.
Why weren't there green Skittles
That's
in...
why I'm trying to
dressing
tell
room?
you.
Why
the
did they
idea.
change-
only gray
Sean,
Skittles
we
is my
can't
question.
afford that.
You're
you know that.
colorblind.
Why did the
Well, that might
Why
be
did
an
they
issue.
change the lime Skittle to green apple? How am I
What
supposed to
happened
make
the
a
Weezer
Sprite
poster?
in my
Guys,
mouth?
Did you steal the Weezer poster?
Yes,
Yeah?
I stole the Weezer
I mean,
poster.
yeah, I did.
Who's
This
Chris?
is ridiculous.
All right.
It's a
well,
beautiful day
I'm really
outside.
glad we tested this, and you guys were here to experience this with us.
Yeah.
I'm not.
So, round of applause.
Was that our segment?
No,
was,
that can't be our segment.
Should we brainstorm?
when we go on
Let's
air,
brainstorm.
that's going to be so
when we come back
embarrassing.
after this next song, we'll have a segment ready for these listeners.
Oh, we're on the air.
This is a
So tune in. We
Oh,
if you
no.
want.
This is
I
awkward
turned
'cause I
on the
am
buttons.
completely not have my clothes
I think
on.
I pressed the blue buttons.
Why are
guys.
my shoes
I'm always
off?
press the yellow buttons. Can somebody fix this?
I don't like.
That was the Weezer poster in the background of our studio with "My Name is Jonas," and now we
give
are.
a clap for Weezer.
Let's give a round of
It's
applause for Weezer.
It's the Green Album, actually. It's
true.
I know this one.
Actually,
everybody,
this is the blue album.
I didn't hear
That's
it.
the
blind.
green album.
I'd like to
On the
welcome
wall.
everyone to the quiet hour. We are going to tone
Yeah.
things down.
didn't
I
hear
like
it.
There was a lot of
books.
shouting.
You know
Chris
what I
got
like?
a little stressed out
I like
last
smooth
segment.
jazz.
Smooth jazz, just casual as the ocean.
My favorite
Give me a nice
band
saxophone.
is the
Oh,
Weezer
my
poster.
bad. Forgot.
Mine
Number
also.
one rule.
My favorite band is Brody.
Thank you, Chris.
My favorite band is the band on the Lego Movie.
The one that does
yeah.
everything
sing-
is awesome.
That
Actually,
is-
Rubber Band is my favorite.
The classic
yeah.
song. I'm sorry, that song just means so much to me.
Everyone is
Rubber
awesome.
Band is
Lego
my favorite
Movie
form
made
of
me
think
band.
Sean needs a
Everyone is
moment.
cool when you're part of a team.
It's, yeah.
Everything is awesome,
awesome,
Sean.
you're
It's
right.
okay.
All right. Anyways, Ryan,
That
what
song
were you
means
saying?
so much.
Let's
I
go
was
back to that.
talking about how we're all going to be calm. We're not going to stress out Chris because he nearly had a heart attack,
I
and we
think-
don't want.
I think everyone can be
It's
calm
okay.
now since Tom
It's
Cruise
okay.
finally left.
Right.
Thank you.
Tom Cruise.
I'm very glad that Tom
formerly
Cruise is
known as
gone.
Maverick.
Thank you. Let's give a round of
you know,
applause. For
round of applause
Maverick
for
one
Tom
last
Cruise.
time.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It was good having him on.
Let's give a round of applause for round of applause.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
dude. Oh, man, I love this radio show, guys.
I do too.
I'm so proud of all of you.
But you know what I don't like? I never got to finish my sentence. I don't.
Ryan.
I don't like socks.
Oh,
You know,
Oh, yeah.
I'm not a fan
That,
of socks
that
either.
too.
Like if I if I kept my toes trimmed, which I don't, I'd wear flip flops all the time.
wait, you have toes?
Yeah,
Is that
All
is
7
that
of them.
normal?
it's
Should
it's
we-
it's a disease,
Am I
really.
supposed to have toes?
I thought you
No,
just had
no.
You
pineapples.
should go see someone about that.
I should. My toes are getting way out of hand,
Yeah.
I
but
feel
I'm
like-
calm about it,
I
guys.
feel like we had a
It's-
story to talk about.
We didn't. That's
okay,
the
no,
thing. We
okay.
didn't.
Breaking news. This is a cool place.
We're just introducing everybody to the
Hey,
new Mellow Hour.
We're getting a little loud.
Yeah,
you know,
Let's calm it down,
bring it
guys.
You're at about
Dial it.
you're about a 2 right now. We need
we-
about a 1.
We need 1, maybe 0.5, if we can.
You
Audience, look
please.
at my
can,
hands
you can move
and
right out.
go down.
Yeah.
I like how this is like so quiet that probably nobody can hear this.
Please look at my voice
Get
and
closer.
listen to my eyes. All right. Yes. I just need you to calm down.
I can't. Brody's mic is in the
Just
way.
calm down a little bit, please.
I need to touch my mic.
Don't touch your mic.
I think we're calm enough. I think that's enough
Right.
for calm
I think it's
hour.
time for another calm jazz song.
Thank you.
I agree.
Here we go.
Let's do a calm. Peeking.
Chris is gonna have a heart attack now. Good job, Brody.
That was about a
What?
6. I can't believe you
Turn it up.
did.
You are listening to WMHW HG1 and HG2 Mount Pleasant and Mountain 91.5, a service of Central Michigan University School of Broadcast and Cinematic Arts. And thus concludes the last ride.
Everyone, give a round of applause for the last ride.
You know, I think
Uh,
this has been just a great time.
Yeah, I'd like to go around and give some thanks to
Yes.
people that we
Yes.
personally want to thank for being on the show. I'm going to give a big thanks to Tom Cruise, Tim Cruise, and Maverick.
All 3 of them. Fantastic people.
Uh,
Forget about
Lucas.
John.
No, Loose.
Lucy. Yeah.
Lucy
All right,
Goosey.
All right, let's keep this rolling, guys. David, you have anyone you want to thank?
Okay.
All right, Tim, anyone you want to thank?
I'd like to thank Tony Stark, Thor, you know, really all of the Avengers, really.
Without them,
That's
we
more
wouldn't
than
be here.
3,
We wouldn't be
Tim.
here. Yeah.
Sean, anyone
Um,
you'd like to thank?
Really want to thank Kevin Bacon.
Absolutely.
Physically and emotionally.
All right, let's not get into that.
And you know, Jeff Daniels. What a guy. Yeah, he's a good guy. And then my cat. Mouse. He passed away about 6 years ago.
Jeff Daniels did?
No, my cat.
Round of applause for dying.
But his name was Mouse.
Really? Is that true?
Is he playing cat and mouse, you think?
I
No.
think so.
Legitimately, my cat is actually named Cat.
That's what my dad's cat name is. All right. What about you?
I'd like to
You gotta
thank. I'm gonna thank
Go
Sean.
No pressure.
I love chili just as much as the next guy,
And pears.
and so
I like pears.
yeah, and I'm gonna shout out David's girlfriend again, and
She's
Thor.
listened every episode, I think.
wow, what a
Dedication.
trooper.
Yeah, this is something no one should have to go through.
Right. And Chris in the back,
Hello.
way
Hello.
way in the back.
Hello.
Can you see me?
Turn your mic on. Can you hear me? Is your mic on?
Okay, so I would like to thank the entire cast of the Star Wars Christmas special once again.
Thanks.
for
You guys
being
can
on
leave
here.
now.
Yeah.
I'm out of here.
They're not leaving. They're not leaving. What are we doing?
Lock the door.
Okay. Lock the door.
Lock
All right,
them
guys.
in. So
Anyone
We
else
gotta
to
get 'em.
thank, Chris?
Yes, I have, let's see, SpongeBob SquarePants. And, all the people listening today, my girlfriend, my best friend Jake is listening today for the first time. He's listening to the full thing, so.
Shout out to
Amazing.
Jake.
Shout out to
Shout
Jake.
All right. And thus concludes the ridiculous first hour of our show. Thank you for putting up with all of our wacky shenanigans. We're gonna drop the charade now. I think we've run out of ideas. I gotta say, I think we did pretty good.
I think we gotta reinforce that door in case the the Star Wars special.
Yeah, we're not
cast
doing that
And the
anymore.
chili
The
man.
the joke's done, Sean.
I
It's
thought
done.
Yeah, we're not ending the show right now.
Are we the
We
only
still got
people that
another
can
hour.
see them?
It's true.
Ryan
we still
can't.
have another full hour of this show, so
we're
we're
just
gonna
We're
gonna
just
go back
getting
to
started.
normal last ride.
Play the
business.
sweeper.
Yeah.
No, let's not.
Play the sweeper.
I mean, we
No.
didn't play it before.
Now here's what
Cricket,
we're gonna do
cricket,
instead.
cricket.
Wait, Dad's talking.
Here's what we're gonna do instead. I think that we should let the good times roll.
Of course.
Woo.
Hello, welcome to the segment where what's this called? Is there a name for it?
We just make a movie out of a story, so no name. Just
Welcome
keep
to the
going,
segment
Chris.
where we make a
Doing
movie out of
great.
a story.
Yay!
I like to call this segment Beyond the Real.
I like to call this segment just like
The best segment. Wow.
Well, why don't you shut up and let me
Movie
give my
story.
story?
Movie story time.
All right,
Movie story
time to hear
time.
Chris's story. Go.
Sorry for sassing you, David.
You have 30 seconds.
So the story is, I got home this weekend or last weekend for Easter, and one of the first things I noticed that I let my cat in my room, right, and she's like
That's your
chilling
first
out
mistake.
and sitting on my lap, and then she wants to go to the door, and she's like acting kind of weird, and then I look at the floor, and like in between the floorboards, there's like water coming up. So it turns out the sump pump for our house just kind of stopped, and the basement was flooding. So, yeah, we had to spend all of that first day of the weekend just kind of shoveling buckets.
That's awesome, man.
Shoveling
It was great.
buckets.
Yeah.
It's the life.
You would think, the shovel and the bucket would be used to scoop up water, but no, the shovel is specifically for the buckets.
Yeah.
So you went
They're
down in
shoveling
your
up
basement
buckets.
Yeah.
and put your shovels in buckets.
Well,
Buckets
yeah,
and
I
shovels,
don't
I think?
I don't understand how this is so
yes,
hard for you
yeah.
to grasp.
Yeah, sorry.
That was
All right.
a
You know who
beautiful
else
story.
is very involved with shovels and buckets? Probably Shia LaBeouf.
Friend of the show, Shia LaBeouf. Round of applause.
Shia LaBucket.
You do that every time.
All
you
right,
name
I've
it,
got
don't
a
you? title
title for this movie.
All right.
It is Chris Kaiser Bucket Boy.
I was just gonna call it shoveling buckets.
That's good too.
So what's the plot? What's our plot? I mean, we got the plot. I mean,
What
what's
genre
the,
is it?
Yeah,
I
what
think we
genre?
should definitely go horror with this
Romance?
one. Although
Horror.
I always think we should go
What's
horror.
the scary part about
What
it?
if it's a thriller?
I mean, buckets are pretty scary,
Yeah, like where do they end?
Yeah.
right?
What if you fall in love with a bucket?
Too
I
far.
don't know.
Too far. Are we not?
Our audience isn't ready for that.
My girlfriend is secretly a bucket.
Shout out to Chris's girlfriend.
Shout out to my bucket
I'm
girl.
glad I'm not the only one. I am also dating a bucket.
I feel like you should let her reveal that about herself.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I'm sorry for being so
I'm
inconsiderate.
offended for your bucket.
So
For
this
your-
is going to be the plot of the movie. Chris's family is secretly all buckets, and they've tried their entire life to hide it from the world. But eventually,
Surrounded
the
by
truth must
buckets.
come out.
Is
and
Chris a bucket too?
Chris is also a bucket.
No, Chris is adopted by buckets.
Oh, so
Oh.
he's a human adopted by buckets.
Yeah.
I like
It's just
that.
like Tarzan. You're raised
Yeah.
by apes, so you think you're an ape.
Or like
There you
a
go.
zoo.
So he thinks he's a bucket.
So he thinks he's a bucket.
He always
Wow.
wondered why he had hands and a face
Why
and
people
an
carried him
actual
around
body,
everywhere.
and why he
Whoa,
wasn't made of metal.
Ryan. Buckets can't have hands too.
No, buckets cannot have
Buckets are people
hands. Show
too.
me a bucket with hands,
Oh,
Brody.
well, I just got confirmation from my girlfriend that she is not, in fact, a bucket. So
This
Buckets
is
with
awkward.
I'm so sorry.
All
For
right, but I
for
think we should get
mislabeling
back
you.
to this movie. This is definitely going to be a drama about the secret of Chris's bucket family.
Yes. And how he learns to find himself without the buckets.
My one love in life
Be your own bucket.
is not a bucket, and that's the only
Chris,
He
person I've
falls
seen.
in love with a shovel, which really offends his family.
Do you want to try to come up with
Oh.
a stupid tagline for this movie?
Yeah, sure. The buckets plus the floor equals wet floor and love.
Yes, yes.
I would think it's not about how low you go, but about how full your bucket is.
That's a
It's
good
very
one. That's like a back
profound.
of the box quote.
Yeah,
I
And
like
the journey.
Mm-hmm. And the,
When I was a kid, we had bucket dipping day, and I thought it was going to be a cool day where we played with sand, but then it ended up being an anti-bullying thing, and I still bullied kids anyway.
You were a bully?
No, I'm just kidding.
You came out of that corner just looking to judge him, didn't you?
yeah.
Sean
I'm just asking the
Shoplifter.
questions people
Sean,
want
the
to know.
judgmental
Sean-
timer.
has a bias against me because
Oh, I'm
we
not
are
timing this.
I was
former
gonna say,
lovers.
I know you're not timing this
We're
today.
over 2 minutes, though.
Oh yeah, we're good.
I
We're
think we've
good.
done.
There's not enough time.
Only we had buckets full of time.
That was a quick transition. I was not ready for the segue. I just realized I'm still talking.
And we're back.
Good job, Brian.
I
Good one.
stole your line.
Thanks.
How do you feel?
I feel terrible.
What's my line?
But you don't get to say
Whose
this.
line is it anyway?
And we're back.
I didn't even get to say it. And that was Pink
And
Floyd
we're
with
back.
Another Brick in the Wall Part 2.
Can we all go around
And
the circle?
we're back.
Practice that?
Yeah, Ryan, you start.
Hey,
All right, what are we
guys.
saying?
And
then?
we're back.
And
Oh,
we're back.
And we're back.
And we're
And-
and we're back.
And we're back.
Well, my back's against the wall here, so I don't know if I want to say it.
My bricks
And-
against
And
the wall.
we are back.
And we're back.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! I thought, and we're back.
But most importantly, we're back.
All right, so
How
what is
come-
this segment?
How come?
So, and we're back. This segment
And we're
is
back.
Florida Man News. For real this time. We're done with all the shenanigans. Back to the serious last ride that we all know that we are.
The serious last ride.
Welcome to the serious
Ryan
last
impression.
ride.
I was gonna ask
joke.
though,
No
how
jokes.
come
No liquids
another
allowed.
brick in the wall part 1 and 3 never get as much love as 2?
Preach, preach.
That
You
is
hear this
a
man
that
over
is
here?
a solid
Only
statement.
for the real Floyd fans.
Yes, Queen!
All right.
Say it louder for the people. in the
Real
back.
Florida Man News. Real Florida Man News.
All right, Florida Man
Here we
News.
go.
What do we got going on in Florida today?
All right, we've
Or-
got a Florida man deputy. Okay, this is hard to follow. So pay close attention. A Florida man who was
listening.
fired after forcing an inmate to do push-ups because the inmate fed a cookie to a bird. So the Florida man in question is a
Wait,
deputy.
How he was
Can
fired?
we start? Can we say it one more time? Very
Yes,
slower?
yes. All right, Florida man who was a deputy.
Florida man deputy.
Fired after forcing inmate to do push-ups
Fired.
because the inmate fed a cookie to a bird.
Whoa, whoa! Say
have to-
that
you're gonna have
last
to-
word
We need a
slower.
flow chart of this.
You're gonna have to draw this.
Bird.
Bird? Bird.
Bird.
You,
There's
that
the
a
Sean,
problem.
He-
Sean,
No.
tell them how we feel about birds on this show.
I think
birds
we all
are
know how I
not
feel.
real. They are government surveillance
It's
drones.
true. It's true.
If you listen to Brick in the Wall Part 2, you would know that.
Quick question.
So this is what I have drawn up.
what are birds?
You wouldn't know about them because they're not real.
I haven't. What is a? I was never taught. What
So,
a bird
you ever
is.
seen something flying through the air that isn't metal,
I've not. No.
Brody?
Yeah,
over
because they're all drones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me
yeah.
draw it out for you and the
Boom.
audience. Someone talk to me about that. It's like this.
All right, I'll describe
This
it.
is a bird.
That.
Or
I
he'll
think.
des-
I think I've seen.
But
somebody
I think I've seen one
describe
of
it.
those.
but what's under it is far.
It's
far
like a
worse.
stick person with a beak on it.
Can we go ahead and
okay.
give a quick round of applause to the fact that on every single Florida Man news segment we find a way to somehow relate it to the fact that birds aren't real?
Which
Well,
is the
wait,
facts.
wait. Birds were real up until 2001.
Yeah,
Of
that's Space
course.
Odyssey.
Yes, it was because
The
of the
Stanley
Odyssey.
Kubrick film
Right.
caused it all. It was the reason that birds aren't
Then
real.
all of
So
a
let me-
sudden,
And
it's
that's
over there.
that's when Florida appeared too.
they vanished.
Let me take a look at
Well, I
this
think
drawing.
Florida appeared in like early 2000, like 2000.
2001. That's what we were talking about.
Oh,
No, I mean like the year 2000.
Oh,
This
Like,
is just like
this
maybe
drawing
like
conversations going on
February,
here.
February.
Let's
3rd
let Chris talk. Chris,
this-
you have the floor.
This drawing is what looks like a stick person with no arms and a beak, and then an arrow,
unicorn.
and it's
a
a sickle and
bill of a
hammer to signify.
I mean,
confidence.
honestly, that's kind of what a bird looks like. So
Yeah, I mean, there's no wings though. It's kind of just armless.
Kind of just
Birds
there.
don't have wings.
Yeah, because they're drones. You're right.
they're not
drones.
real.
They
But
have propellers.
you know, the common misconception is that they have wings.
David,
so-
David, how do you feel about this spilt tea?
And we're back.
Let's give a quick shout out for And We're Back.
That was a good segment.
And we're back.
Milady.
Hello, and welcome back to some random segment, probably.
Hello.
Yeah,
And we're back.
we saw some people outside.
So the
we
light
did.
turned on outside. That's new.
Yeah, this is an
Let's talk about
interesting
that.
story. Someone went into the radio station that is right next to us, 101.1 The Beat.
Let's watch
They're doing something in there.
as they walk
This is some
in their
interesting
natural
story.
habitat.
Wow.
I've never seen either of them. I've been here for so
Well, there's a
long.
wall in the way, so I can't really
Let's
see anything
hypothesize.
going
I think they're robbers.
on.
I don't
no.
think you should
I
say
think
that.
they forgot something,
on
or they're
live
checking
radio.
to see,
Let's take our shirts off so when they walk by, they're like, whoa, what?
or let's not.
That might be public
Wait,
indecency.
but you already have your shirt off.
Yeah, I have
Yeah.
no socks on, no pants.
No
What is
rules.
it with you
Why are
with the
you
no
naked?
socks today?
Except there are
I'm
lots of
trying to
rules.
challenge
let's-
the radio.
Let's
you
get
know?
a
The norm.
humidifier in here so that the
the
window's
people, the
steamy.
people who walked in ran away. I think we scared them out.
Oh.
Why did they wave like they knew you?
I don't know. I've
That's
never
so
seen.
wild.
Sean's a double
Sean
agent.
is part of a
Let's have him on the
conspiracy.
show.
I know.
Sean's working for Beyond the Real.
I just got one of those faces, you know, like, hey, there's that guy. I've seen
Welcome
that
back
person.
to Beyond the
Also
Real.
convicts from Florida.
Thanks.
That was my
Leader.
cellmate, you know,
That's your cellmate.
back in the day.
Oh,
Oh,
dead
man.
air, man.
Wow, we are really, you know, reaching
I know.
out
That's
there.
just-
Yeah, I know what we're really doing. We're back.
We've been back for the past
And we're back.
37 seconds.
I'm just excited to see what Brody and Chris bring to the table next semester. I feel like we really have set
We're
a very high bar
A
with
lot
this
of
show.
politics.
Especially
We're
with
gonna
the
add a
last few
musical
episodes.
element to it.
Wow.
Where
We're totally
not
changing
just
pace.
Sean,
play
are you the
music.
producer
Sports
now?
show.
Now where we just play music, but we sing music.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah.
Sean's
I've
gonna
always
beatbox.
wanted to do that.
Karaoke.
Honestly, but
You're
I was
gonna
never
sing.
brave enough
I'm
to
gonna
say it.
beatbox.
Boots and cats and boots
Wickedy,
and
wickedy,
cats and
wick.
boots and cats and
And we'll bring a video element to it. That way you guys can see all
While
our
you're driving.
radio shenanigans. No, not while you're driving, because that's dangerous.
Yeah.
And illegal.
And
Well, I mean, do what
Please
you
be
want
safe out
because
there.
Everything is illegal.
there nothing is a call.
You
to
can
action
watch
here.
TV while you're driving. That's your decision.
It's a possibility.
You know, I like getting the minivans in front of me that have the DVD players. And
There's-
like,
there's
hey,
nothing
what are they
like it.
watching?
it's free TV.
Yeah.
honestly.
But it's just,
Yeah.
And it's
you know what
usually-
you miss? The audio. It's very difficult
I
to
know.
hear.
the best
It's
part
true.
is making the audio up yourself.
I ask them to roll down the window sometimes, and they just look
They
at me.
don't take too kindly to that.
Then they speed up and get off at the next exit.
That's weird. Must be a
And
coincidence.
then you trail them because what else are you gonna do?
That's
because it was
It's
a
not like you
commercial
have a
break.
job or anything.
You know the commercial's over soon.
yeah. That's how I watched iRobots last week.
iRobots.
I watched a whole season of iRobot from
I-
a minivan.
I also watched.
I mean,
that,
how are
but
you
it was
gonna-
just
how
a
are you gonna-
Roomba
Well,
on
I
the
had.
ground.
How are you gonna catch up on the new Game of Thrones? You know.
I had to drive up from Florida,
Obviously.
obviously for
Yeah.
personal reasons.
I have an interesting driving story, and it's real.
All right. Let's do it.
So
Tell us.
when I was
A young boy?
a young boy of 16,
Did your father take you somewhere?
no, I was driving to
marching band?
I was driving to school with my sister,
I like.
and
this.
I rear-ended a woman.
Okay.
And
Was it your sister?
no,
She was in the car.
and we exchanged instead of insurance, we exchanged obscenities.
Okay.
And, you know, there was no damage, but it was annoying. It was morning. We were all going to school.
Mhm.
And
Was
so we
she-
exchanged some obscenities, and I said some hurtful things. She said some hurtful things. And anyway, I go to class.
Are your feelings?
And then a woman walks in with a familiar scent and sound to her voice. And it was that woman. She was my
Ooh.
sub.
Ooh.
Yikes.
Wow.
Wow.
Did she give you an F?
No. We actually got married and moved to
I was gonna say
Nebraska
this could
together.
make a great rom-com if we hadn't done the movie already.
We're raising llamas.
Well, it's never. What?
It's never too late to
It's
get
never
another
too
llama.
late. Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say it's never
You
too
know
late
what
to
they
make
say.
another one.
You know what
but-
they
Well,
say.
my
One
wife-
llama's never enough.
Well, my wife's getting at that age where she can't quite make llamas anymore, guys.
How Does she go to her llama sculpting studio and sculpt the llama?
No, it's llama paws.
No. All right. Well, that's enough for that segment.
This is the
We
first
got another
time
song coming
Sean
up.
has taken the transition into his own hands. That's when you know it's bad, when Sean has to do the
You know-
transition.
Yeah.
I'm just getting ready for next year. We're gonna have to deal with these two.
Right.
So,
Good luck to you, Sean.
David, take us away.
Can we do a dating show next season?
TikTok.
Hello.
Thanks,
Round the
Sean.
clock.
And we're back with
And
another
we're back.
wonderful
And-
episode of Look Who's Talking.
And we're back.
And-
No, I'm louder.
Yeah, look who's talking.
So, do we actually have a segment, or are
We do actually have a segment.
All right,
This
what is it?
I would like to point out that we are 15 minutes away from the end of the last
no.
episode of this season of The Last
I
Ride.
miss you
who's
guys
talking.
so much.
We're going to do a segment now called Last Ride Reminiscing,
Oh,
which is
yeah.
going to make no sense for Tim, who is a guest on this show for the first time.
How's it
So we're
Give it
going to
up,
just
Tim.
go over some of our favorite moments of The Last Ride. Personally, I think the Philosophy Corner was quite a high for us. I think the Philosophy Corner is probably one of my favorite segments. I also
really
thoroughly enjoy the Horror Corner, obviously. It's my segment.
No.
Anybody else got any nice...
I
I
can
think-
never relate with the horror corner. 'Cause I don't watch
I
horror
know.
movies.
Let me finish my sentence.
Go ahead, Sean.
Chris.
Go ahead.
Sorry.
I think having Tom Cruise
Yeah,
That was pretty good.
on the show today was probably in my top one.
he's a real maverick.
Oh, it's Maverick.
Yeah, it is Maverick.
It's
Oh,
real
yeah, we just
Maverick.
got-
That
Thank,
guy
thank
is
you for messing that up.
I love Tom.
real Maverick, or Tim, whoever his name is.
Yeah, Trisha.
Whoever he is now, he's probably already done shooting.
Yeah.
What was it? 29.
Justin?
37, I think.
Yeah, I think
Anthony?
there was only one.
Yeah, Anthony Cruz.
I don't think they made it past the
yeah.
first episode.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you know this?
Why are we back to this?
Huh?
How did this turn into
we're-
more Tom
And
Cruise
we're
jokes?
back.
we are reminiscing.
Whenever we get off topic, David will just
Didn't
go,
see that
"And
one
we're back."
coming.
David, what
David.
was your favorite
Yeah.
moment?
At least we're not talking about
My
birds.
favorite moment was legitimately almost every moment. This has been honestly some of the most fun time I've had here.
Agreed.
Yeah.
At this wonderful institution. It's been really fun to get together and just goof off for 2 hours every Wednesday. I'm gonna miss it.
Yeah, man. Preach it.
That was
Preach it,
That
brother.
was the only
passionate.
real answer.
That was the only real one. Hey, mine was kind of real.
Yeah, but I felt his.
So, if you're saying you didn't like Tom Cruise,
No.
I like Tom Cruise, but his was the deep answer.
He's kind of
This
a
is
jerk.
what we were looking for.
you see,
He bullied my cat.
He did bully your cat. Actually, that's true.
Yeah.
He's yeah.
And we're back.
You know, David, you've been on, as the kids say it, on point,
On fleek.
on the fleek,
On the fleek.
I
on
would
the
like
top
to-
of the fleek with your word choice for the past about
Well,
20 minutes.
We're
Yeah.
canceling
I
your
would like
word
to also
choice.
thank David, who is our source of music and has been our DJ for the entire time. So, applause
Thank
for
you,
David.
David.
Thanks, David.
I want to thank these guys for letting me come on this show because I randomly texted them one day. I was a listener, as you guys.
Yeah,
know.
no
I remember
offense.
I was
no
very
offense
confused.
to Sean, but his partnership in this started out as a joke.
It did. I was very confused when I first got that text because
It
he was just
honestly
like
did.
excitedly texting. I'm listening. I'm like, who is this? Like,
Yeah.
I didn't have his name
Yeah,
saved on my
Ryan
phone.
didn't even
so-
have my name in his phone. He did not even care enough about me to have my name in his phone. And
But
he just
can
said,
we go
"Who
back
is
to
this?"
something? Ryan, who had your name saved in their phone?
No one.
Yeah, you know
No
who.
one ever.
Me,
You know who.
me.
Oh,
I had first
Brody.
and last name.
It was Brody
Yeah,
And
it was
Sean.
Brody.
and
Whoa.
Chris
Her name
Yeah.
starts with a S.
with a snake.
Yes.
A snake.
Of course, Snake
Snake
Sandra.
snake.
How can I,
I believe
forget
Brody's
about her?
referencing something we've never talked about on air. So
Or we've
Why-
never talked
what's-
about.
That's my favorite bit. All the bits we
Yeah,
couldn't
I
do
don't
because
know.
we can't talk
I
about
don't know
them.
why Brody's
Hey, you
bringing
said
this
something
up.
different.
That's true.
And we're back.
And we're back.
Let's not.
Let's just play music.
I agree.
My
Wait, we
favorite
didn't
moment
Oh, these guys
To our
didn't even
favorite
was
talk.
when we said a no word, and we actually spent 30 days in custody in the FCC facilities.
Yeah.
And we had to do our show from that facility.
Yeah.
In the FCC.
Nobody
death
even
camp.
knew.
Y'all
'cause we
remember
did
that,
it so
right?
well. Yeah.
Actually, it wasn't that bad. They had really good cookies.
They had good cookies, but we could not say a darndest thing.
All right, Chris. Let's say some
You
words.
better
Honestly-
not say the beach soundscape. I swear, if you say
Yes!
beach soundscape,
I was gonna say the segments which just totally fell flat on their butts.
What about
Yeah,
what
those
about
were my
our
favorite,
segment
which
about getting
includes
the
that.
billboard? And we were so dead set on getting
I
a
remember
billboard.
that.
Oh yeah.
And then it fell
It's too
through
much
because we're
money.
like, wait, it costs like.
well, yeah,
No,
we can't.
it
Yeah,
costs
can't do
something.
that. It
It
costs
doesn't.
something.
We're not allowed to talk about prices.
oh, thanks for
yeah,
the heads up,
that's a
guys.
rule. John's still learning the ropes on the last day.
Good
Isn't
thing
it
I-
cute?
It's okay. We were too.
It costs something.
It costs a
A
number.
price.
So does
And
that
with
count? That might count.
I think
And we're back.
I
And
think
we're
that
back.
I think that wraps up Last Ride Reminiscing. We're gonna play a last few couple songs here, and we'll probably come back for one final talk segment just to give our final goodbyes. I hope you have all enjoyed listening to our random nonsense, and remember that you can follow us on Twitter at The Last Ride Show if you want to. We'll probably continue it with that same Twitter account next semester, I imagine, if they continue it. So
We're gonna continue it.
We'll
Thank
continue the Twitter account whether or not the radio show is on.
okay, I like that. I'm okay
Fantastic.
with this.
If,
All right.
yeah, if the
We'll
radio
be
show
the
falls
radio
flat,
show.
we're just gonna
Play
do the
that
podcast.
music, David. All right, that was good. That was a great transition back into our final talk set here. As you can see, we're organized as always. It's been a pleasure to be on the show. It's been a great time. I'm going to toss it over
No,
to...
David, Ryan, I want to be the first one to say it's been a pleasure to be on this show.
Thanks,
And we're
Sean.
back. I want to throw it over to the hosts of next season of Seven Deadly.
Woo! So
We
we're
have Tom Cruise here.
we're gonna have more Tom Cruise. We're gonna have dating shows. We're gonna have
Cooking shows.
Cooking show.
A dating show.
We're gonna have me. Sean's gonna be the oldest one in the room,
Thanks.
and we'll be. And
You
we'll,
old!
Sean's old. Sean's old.
We're going to have a sound effects show. We're going to have a description show.
A voice
Beach
modulation show.
We'll have a children's book show.
Is that your impression of a llama?
No, that's a seagull.
Oh,
I just realized that Chris's mic wasn't on for this talk set.
All right,
Classic
we're gonna
last
have a
ride.
dating show.
Yelling.
Stop yelling. that you just broke many people's
They're going
ears.
to have
are
lots
right
of
in front of
yelling.
your
That's
microphone.
We're
really
gonna
all you need
have
to know.
more peeking.
Brody, they can hear you.
More
That's what
dead
the mic
air.
is for, Brody.
All right, I think that's enough of the preview. That was a long preview.
FCC,
I'm
watch
proud
out.
of what's going to come.
I am not. I'm scared. Good luck. Anyways, I hope you all have enjoyed the show. But
Oh
for
no,
now,
the boat is sinking.
I think it's. I think
It's
it's
closing
time for the last
Oh, the
time. I'm Ryan
humanity.
Chirola, and this is the last ride. Good
Dave.
night.
We love you, New York!